Hello everybody, this is Magnetar Prime, and here I have the Transformers Revenge of the Fallen figure, Deep Desert Brawl, which was released in the year 2009. And I'm gonna show you real quick the bad side of the card of this figure. And as you can see, it has a nice picture of this figure transforming to his vehicle mode and in his robot mode. Also, it has the tech spec: Strength 8, Intelligence 3, Speed 3, Endurance 9, Rank 5, Courage 9, Fire Blast 9, and Skill 3. Now I'm gonna get this out of the way. Deep Desert Brawl was part of the second wave of the Deluxe size class Revenge of the Fallen figures. This figure was released in the year 2009, but it is a retool and repaint of the 2007 Deluxe class Decepticon Brawl figure. There is a few differences. The most obvious is the paint job applied in this figure, which features a desert camouflage color. Also, the arm issue was corrected, and they also replaced the transparent plastic gears for one less fragile. I'm gonna bring this figure closer to the camera so you can see some of the details. And this figure has a lot of details sculpted right into the plastic mold. As you can see right here next to the head, you can see the track side of the tank mode. And the head sculpt is very nice. You can see it has a silver paint job applied on his face, and the eyes of these figures are orange. The chest plate is really cool. Now this section right here is articulated. It is actually on a ball joint, and you can actually display this figure this way if you want. You just can like close down this compartment, or you can just move it on a V shape. So that's up to you, but on the instructions and the package of this figure, this Desert Brawl is displayed this way. Now the arms, they have a lot of details also sculpted on each arm. Like this one right here has this weapon, which is a claw, and the claw can be moved up and down. And this section right here can be rotated 360 degrees, which is very nice. Now on his right arm, we see the main weapon of this of his tank mode, which is a large cannon, and features the spring-loaded missile launcher, which is the missile is painted orange. Now on the abdominal section of this figure, we see more paint job applied, and there is more sculpting details right on the leg section. This is what it looks like from the backside view. And on the backside view, we can see all of the weapons once he's transformed into his vehicle mode, which is a tank mode. Like this section right here, it has the double turret and the anti-air missile launchers. Now right here it has a nice Decepticon logo. And now for articulation for this figure is actually very articulated. The head sculpt is on a ball joint, and it can be rotated 360 degrees without any issues. Now the arms are also on a ball joint, and as you can see, they can be rotated 360 degrees, and the same with the other one. Now this arm right here actually has a swivel, so they can be rotated 360 degrees, and the elbows can be rotated 90 degrees. Now it doesn't feature any waist articulation, but the legs are on a ball joint, and they can be moved to the side, front and back without any issues. The knee articulation for this figure is good. It is about 90 degrees angle. Now the feet of this figure is also partially articulated, this section right here, which actually looks like a claw in the back section of the tank mode. And the heels of this figure is this is like an extra fuel container right here. Now this figure doesn't have any issues standing, and it is well balanced. Now it displays really nice, and it is very articulated. And now I'm gonna bring some of our Transformers figures for a quick size comparison. And here for our first size comparison, we have Deep Desert Brawl next to the Leader Class Jetwing Optimus Prime figure from the Transformers Dark of the Moon line. And this figure right here, Jetwing Optimus Prime, is a massive figure, as you can see. Now let's get Jetwing Optimus Prime out of the way. And here we have Deep Desert Brawl next to the Leader Class figure, Sentinel Prime, from the Dark of the Moon toy line. Now let's move them front to front, and as you can see, the size difference is just tremendous. Now this is what they look like from the backside view. Now let's get Sentinel Prime out of the way. Here for a size comparison, we have Deep Desert Brawl next to the Botcom exclusive figure Sunstorm. These two are the Deluxe class figure, and this is what they look like front to front. Now let's rotate them around. This is the backside view. Now let's get Sunstorm out of the way. Now let's compare Deep Desert Brawl next to the Transformers Rebuild the Shield figure Bumblebee. As you can see, the size difference is not that big. This is what they look like front to front. and this is the backside view. Now let's get Bumblebee out of the way. Here, for another size comparison, we have the Transformers Energon figure Sharticon next to Deep Desert Brawl, and these two figures are really cool. Now this is what they look like front to front, and this is what they look like from the backside view. Now let's move Sharticon out of here. And here, for an oversized comparison, we have Deep Desert Brawl next to the War for Cybertron figure Ultra Magnus, and these two figures are pretty similar in size. Now this is what they look like from the backside view. Now let's get Ultra Magnus out of the way. Now let's compare Deep Desert Brawl next to the Transformers Voyager class figure Blitzwing from the Generations line. And as you can see, the size difference is very big between these two figures. This is what they look like from the backside view. Now let's get Blitzwing out of the way. Now let's transform Deep Desert Brawl into its vehicle mode, which is a tank, and it looks really cool. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to remove the missile, and I'm going to slide this down just like so, and I'm going to straight down the arms. Now this section right here, the claw, I'm going to push it in just like so. Now the legs, this section, I'm going to slide it down, and I'm going to do the same over here. Now this part right here, which actually looks like a gas tank, I'm going to rotate it around just like so. Now I'm going to peg both of the legs together, and we're going to leave this section this way for now. Now we're going to detach this section right here, which is the arms, and they're secured right on the chest compartment. So we're going to take this out, and we'll do the same with the other one. And now we're going to fold this down, and we're going to keep this way for now for a couple of seconds, because now I'm going to slide this up just like so, and I'm going to rotate this down or fold this down, and I'm going to push this head section towards the back just like so. Now all of this section right here, I'm going to fold it up, and now I'm going to focus right over here on this section right here, which is the arms. The first thing I'm going to do is these arms are going to be folded, and then they're going to stay in this compartment right here, and I'm going to show you that right now real quick. And here goes the first one just like so, and I'm going to fold this down. And now the second one is the one that actually has the cannon that goes mounted in this figure once it's transformed into its vehicle mode. So we're going to rotate this around just like so, and we're going to make sure that it stays in place. And now we're going to fold this panel up this way. So now we're just going to fold this down, and now this section right here, this panel, we're going to fold it all the way up and this way, and we do the same over here. Now I'm just going to rotate this around, and right here under the turret, this section right here can be pegged. There's a peg right in here, so you're just going to push that down and make sure that it secures. And here we have the vehicle mode for this very nice figure, Deep Desert Brawl. And the transformation process wasn't that bad. As you see, it didn't really take that long, and it wasn't that complicated. Now I'm going to insert the weapon right here real quick, and I'm going to set this figure aside for a few seconds. And here we have Deep Desert Brawl transform into his tank mode, which is a really cool vehicle mode. Now I'm going to bring it closer to the camera. The paint job applied is really nice, and it resembles the Deep Desert camouflage. Now in the backside view of the tank, we have these extra gas tanks, and also this seems to be like some kind of cloth right here. We can see the design that has been applied right into the plastic mold, and we can see like the tracks of the tank. Right on the front, we have this section right here, which is a mine plows, and they're articulated. They're also in a ball joint, and they become the chest part section of this robot mode. Now for weapons, this guy has many weapons right here. He has a lot of options. Right on top of it, he has anti-aircraft missile launchers, which are very articulated. They're on a swivel, and they're also on a ball joint. Now it does have this double turret mounted right on top of the main gun, which is the spring-loaded missile launcher right here. Now this is articulated. You can see it can be rotated 360 degrees, and the same with this turret right on top, 360 degrees. And I like the fact that you can also open up this section right here, and you can display the anti-air missile launchers this way. So this vehicle has a lot of options. You can display it in so many different ways. Now it doesn't have any issues rolling. because he has a 4 set of wheels right here. They're small, but they do get the job done, you know. Now I'm gonna put this section back in place. No, the same over here. Now right here it does have a Decepticon symbol, and the only thing that I wish they would have added some paint job right here on the turret, but they didn't do that. Now I'm gonna bring some other Transformers figures for a size comparison. And here for our first size comparison, we have the Transformers Generations figure Darkmount, also known as Straxus, next to Deep Desert Brawl. These two figures are Deluxe class toys. Now this is what they look like from the backside view. And Straxus is a really cool figure. Now let's get him out of the way. And here we have Deep Desert Brawl next to Bumblebee Mobile Bottle Bunker, which is a playset from the Transformers Dark of the Moon line. And it is a very nice playset, by the way. This is what they look like front to front. And this is the backside view. Now let's get this little cool playset out of the way. This time let's compare Deep Desert Brawl next to a Transformers Generations figure Wheeljack, which is also a Deluxe class figure. This is what they look like front to front. And I really like these two particular figures. They are really cool. Now, and for this size comparison, I have Tankor from the Transformers Universe line. Now this figure Tankor is really cool, and it has a lot of details. Now as you can see, this is what they both look like front to front in the backside view. So Tankor is definitely a bigger figure. Now let's get him out of the way. And here we have Voyager class Vector Prime from the Transformers Cybertron line. Now this is what they look like front to front. And this is the backside view. Now let's move Vector Prime out of the way. And for our final size comparison, we have Deep Desert Brawl next to a Transformers Energon figure Snowcat. And these two figures have a very nice vehicle mode. This is what they both look like front to front. And the backside view. Now let's get Snowcat out of the way. And now that we have seen Deep Desert Brawl transform into his vehicle mode and robot mode, I have to say that this figure is really cool. The articulation is good and the paint job applied is really nice. And if you can add this figure to your collection, it will be a nice addition. And with this, I conclude this video review of the Transformers figure Revenge of the Fallen Deep Desert Brawl. This is Magnetar Prime. Until next time. If you like this Transformers video review, you can subscribe to my YouTube channel, Magnetar Prime, or stop by my Facebook page, Magnetar Prime Reviews. This is Magnetar Prime. Until next time.